Okay, hello everybody, and welcome to today's webinars from strategy as a pre-project journey. We all know strategy is the key, but how do you turn big ideas into a solid project plan? That's what we will cover today. We are focusing on the vital pre-project steps that translate the strategy into concrete solutions and determine the project entire direction. Today, we will dive into a pre-project journey, the essential work that sets the course for successful execution. This webinar is a part of Scatterwork monthly webinar series on project management. As you can see in your screen, our next session in November is titled Orchestrate Action, where we will focus on planning and coordinating the work. So be sure to make your calendar, and we look forward to see you there, shall we? Okay, next, please. Yeah. Yes, as I said, it's a series of webinars. And by the way, you can join at any point of breaking through project barriers webinars and complete the cycle sharpening your leadership and delivery capabilities. Sure, you will gain actionable tips for real-world project issues, results-driven strategies that reduce delivery time, cost, and risk. A flexible approach that works with agile, waterfall, hybrid, and custom methodologies. Next, please. Welcome again, everybody, and please allow me to introduce myself. I'm Lamia Musa, professional engineer, project management consultant with 15 years of experience spanning building design, construction, infrastructure, ICT, and training. I'm specialized in bringing complex projects successful completion. My expert backed by certification include PMP, project management professional, PMI PPA, it's a professional in business analysis, and LSSGB, it's a Lean Six Sigma Green Belt. And I hold an MSc in environmental science and a BCc in architectural engineering. I'm proud to be an learning partner instructor from BMI since 2022 and to have contributed as a reviewer to the PMPOK 6th edition and the BMI Guide to Business Analysis. Next, please. And also, we'll have a while to introduce you to Scatterwork before we start our journey and what we do. You know that every organization requires initiative to successfully implement its strategies plans. To realize their strategic vision, organization must launch initiative, projects, ventures, or assignments. This execution normally is challenged by nature of modern work, projects that are really expensive, for example, major infrastructure. They are urgent, climate action. We need to do a quick action because we have serious problems in our environment and our world. Distributed like digitalization efforts and global business that require cross-cultural synchronization of the project. So project management is the essential discipline that leverage experience and proven methods to deliver objective despite these complexities. Next, please. So why to select us? Why to work with us? It's our client tell story. We are proud to serve a diverse and global client partnering with organizations that range from dynamic small, medium enterprises to the world's largest blue chip multinationals and engaged with leadership at all organization level. The list you see here in your screen features some of our esteemed companies and influential brands we have worked with, representing various business across the world. Next, please. And whatever industry you work in, project management can apply in any environment across many sectors, like these sectors, for example, food and drinking, manufacturing, construction, IT, telecom, every way you can apply project management to translate your strategic objective into really actionable and successful step to gain value. Next, please. Our expert global and deep, really. We have operate in over 40 countries, providing cross-sector experience that is focused on empowering your team to achieve their priorities and drive success outcome. So be sure that we can understand your environment and your culture. And you can put your trust on us. Next. Here you can see our step-by-step framework, which can be customized to support specific situation and audience. The depth of usage depend on the requirements and shared knowledge of project management methodology in your team. And in this webinars, we will navigate the first step. We have 10 steps as you see in your screen. We have 10 steps of our step-by-step framework. And today's webinars is navigating the first step, is bridging strategy, the pre-project journey. And there is other webinars already been done with some of these steps. And we will continue to present other webinars in future to cover all these steps of our framework. Next. I would like to share a quick story from Scatterwork Kitchen that we cooked this. No, please, the previous one was slide, which is showed, yes, case study that we did in our company, Scatterwork. A true success story with our client, DSM. This case perfectly illustrates the power of rigorous font analysis. We helped them transfer 50% of their product registration cost in China directly to their customer. So DSM, a global supplier of a product with pharmaceutical additive, faced a significant roadblock trying to enter a demanding Chinese regulatory market. Their partner and distributor were simply pushing all the challenges and risk back to them. The result was a double blow: high internal costs and zero stakeholder buy-in from the local Chinese partner. They were stuck bearing all the burden alone. We stepped in and ran a focus two-day workshop. The key to our interventions was separating the what from why. The what, the required tasks, and why, the business drivers. By doing this, we quickly identified an achievable win-win situation for funding for product registration. The results were transformative. We co-developed a detailed, realistic product registration support process that client could easily follow. Second, the concept of cost sharing between the European user and the Chinese customers we successfully accept. And the end, this active engagement from the customers ensures their involvement and crucially the registration cost for the producer. Next, please. Yeah, this is our story, and this is our founder, Mr. Swan, the CEO, founder of Scatterwork, and we founded in 2008, providing project management services for multi-sector companies. As I mentioned before, that we are working across many industries, empowering team, achieving and driving success. And to work, explore global talented for faster engagement. Okay, less travel, and climate-friendly practices. Next, please. And here we are. This is our team, our consultant, and our team leader, Mr. Jaswan. And this is me and the other team from all around the world with different backgrounds and experience. But all of us are a project management professional certification holder. Next. Okay, here we have one of our distinguished solutions that we provide free of charge for our clients. And you can also try it. It's a very interesting and efficient tool. It's a project health check. So you can just scan this QR code here, or you can visit our website and select Get My Free Project Health Checker. By answering the questions, so you will have results and an invitation to review the results with one of our project expert free of charge. This is a very interesting and efficient step, as I said, and it's free of charge, so don't miss this opportunity to improve your project management practices and work. Next. Okay, and now let's start diving in our today topic. The first step is a project challenge in our step-by-step framework, which is bridging from strategy, the pre-project journey. Yes, please. Okay, let me start with a question for all of you, and you can just answer it with yourself. Do you have a clear, high-level overview of your organization strategic plan? Do you know it is in detail? When I ask these questions in my webinars and lectures, the answer is almost always the same. No, or we know a little, or we just know the general information. This is a massive problem, really. The strategic plan is comprehensive, as you see in your screen. This is the definition of the strategic plan. It's a comprehensive document that outlines how your company will achieve its long-term goal and objective. Think of it another way. It's a strategic plan in the map, and your project is the journey. How you can possibly manage a project, confront challenges, and make critical decisions without knowing the detail of the map. Without the clarity, you will not string, you just batting. The strategic plan isn't suggestion, it is a compass for every decision you make. You must know it to ensure your project is moving in, or your project's moving the organization towards its desired result. So it's your guidance, so you need to know it in details, really. Yes, please. A strategy plan isn't just a document that is just published in your company. It is a tool for organization performance. When you have a well-defined organization strategy, you are creating a system where every piece of work naturally contributes to the greater goal. This eliminates waste and focus energy of all efforts towards achieving the goal or the result. The result, you maximize efficiency and you ensure that entire workforce is pulling in the same direction, collectively achieving the company long-term vision. Next, please. Okay, what's the ultimate purpose of having an organization strategy? I think it is clear for everybody, but just we need to refresh our information. It delivers non-negotiable outcomes for your business, sustainable competitive advantage. This position your position you uniquely in the market, giving you the edge over competitors. And it's dynamic and adaptable. All strategy planning are dynamic and adaptable. It allows you and your company to quickly respond to challenge or to changes and pivot when necessary, turning risk into opportunities. And the most important things that we need to focus on is drive value creation. It forces every activities to focus on what truly matters. Let's focus on the last point, value. The concept of value is that absolute across everything an institute does. Every project, every operation, every task is an attempt to create or realize value. The strategy plan is simply the high-level roadmap that indicates or that drive which value to create and how to measure it, ensuring that our daily work ultimately achieve our long-term strategic goals. So put in your mind and write it down that we are all focused in value and we are all in an organization looking forward to achieve the value and the long-term strategic goals and objectives. Next. If we would like to talk about value and what exactly is the value, it's simply term an organization benefits and value are positive outcomes and perceived worth it provide to its entire ecosystem stakeholder. It's not just about profit. Normally, when we hear about the word value, most of the people start thinking about profit and the financial gain of the organization. But it's not just about profit, it's about positive outcomes for your customers. For example, are they getting better products? And also, it's not just about your customers and outside of the boundaries of your organization, but still it is inside the organization itself. So what about your employees? Are they operating more efficiently? And 100% we have impact, our work have impact on the whole society and the local people. So is your organization contributing positively to the community, your community, and the global community? Crucially, these benefits and these values are a direct result of your organization strategy. The strategy is nothing less than the plan. As we said, it's a roadmap for your work. You follow this roadmap to achieve those positive outcomes for everyone involved in. Next, please. What does the value look like in practice and what's the value of your organization? This is also a question that you need to write down the answer for it. It is much broader than just bottom line. It's span several critical areas. These examples of values of, for example, profit gain, and this is what everybody think about in the business world, the obvious financial drivers. And we can say also that one of our values is customer acquisitions, growing the market share, for example, but also include critical strategy advantage like market pioneering, establishing yourself as an innovative leader in your space. And also for business improvement, this include both technological upgrades and process efficiently that save time and reduce risk. Always we should be in the term of improvement to cope with changes and dynamic life around us. And finally, discover essential requirements for business longevity. For example, compliance, meeting all regulatory standards, and avoiding costly penalties, and also social benefit, demonstrating positive impact on community, which build reputation and trust. Understanding this wide spectrum of value from profit to process improvement to compliance with regulatory and everything is the first step in ensuring your projects are actually addressing the strategic needs of your organization. So projects, as we will know later, it comes to serve this value and to help organization to achieve the value through the guidelines of your strategic plan. As we said, it's your roadmap to achieve your value. Next, please. Okay, how we bridge the gap between a high-level goal and a daily project work. Let us use a simple example. Imagine your organization strategy is to become the market leader in customer services. That is the vision, the great vision, okay? To achieve that, the strategy immediately indicates where your organization must invest. It will lead directly to project focus on, for example, employee training, ensure every team member has the skills to deliver services, also introducing new technology, implementing advanced, for example, ERB, CRM, or AI-driven support system, also customer feedback system, creating a project to capture data and to continuously improvement. This illustrates the crucial connections. Organizational strategy is transformed into specific action and initiative. And this initiative turned into actionable business solution, which when delivered results in the measurable value an organization was seeking. This entire chain of value creation. So value creation is about steps that follow each other to end up with creation of value for your organization. Next. Okay. Now we understand that strategy drive value. Okay, it's very clear for us now. But how do we turn those words into actionable projects? How we can use these guidelines and to bridge all this gap to end up with actionable projects. This is where the role of business analysis become absolutely critical. Business analysis, we can say it's the engine that translates the high-level strategy into tangible solution that can be executed by our project. It is ensure that every single solution developed is a direct contributor to intended business value, because the business analysis primary job to analyze the current state, whether it's a current state of the organization, where it is a problem or opportunity, identify both problem to solve and opportunity to gain or to exploit. They turn this problem and opportunity into actionable solution, as we said. They then use analysis to shape the future state of the organization and to figure out a viable solution that will deliver the intended value to our stakeholders. So this is a really crucial steps, turn the guidelines and roadmap of strategies into actionable solution that we can start with our project to deliver it. The output of this work is not just a document. We are going to talk a little bit detailed about it, but it is a strategic asset, we can say. It is a solution that is well-defined, visible, by the way. It's a very important point to care about. It's a solution, should be visible, and most importantly, directly aligned with organization long-term vision. They are the bridge, we can say. They are bridge building between the strategic thinker and the project efforts. Next, please. Okay, this is the steps how business analysts get us to the valuable solution. Follow professional structure process that systematically turn our into solution. The process involves several crucial steps, like in your screen, understanding and defining the strategic initiatives. This is the first step. First, we must perfectly understand why the situation happened, what is the organization trying to achieve. And then we start to illustrate and analyze requirements. we talk to stakeholders to define the detailed needs that solution must meet. The third step is to modeling analyze the solution. We create a model and blueprint for our purpose solution, our proposed solution to ensure it is technically sound and practical. And the fourth step to conduct visibility study and impact analysis to test whether the solution is viable and understand the full organization impact of implementation. The ultimate deliverable is the business case. We get at the end with a solid business case. A lot of the work of all this work will creation this document. It's a very important document. It illustrates all the effort done, and it's used to, what we can say, to justify the change that we need to happen and the solution that we initiate for the organization, and to ask their approval for implementing this solution and create at the end of the work a value for the organization. Next, please. As I said, the business case is not just a document, it's a formal presentation used to justify an investment in a project. It's a critical tool that takes the strategic initiative, translate it through analysis, and present a viable, justified plan, and the leadership can confidently approve. Without this professional analysis, you are gambling. Really, you are gambling in your investment. So, as we will see in the business case, that we see the future of our work, and we can really check the visibility of the work if we put all our efforts and resources in the project, whether it will pay back for the organization and create the value that organization is seeking to achieve or not. Next, acceptance of the business case by the organization, top management, and the sponsor, it's the immediately trigger the creation of the project and the project charter. Because, as we said, that in the business case, you are justifying the change that the organization needs in order to achieve their strategic goals. So when the organization say yes, go ahead. So this is mean that we have approval to start our project, even if there is some activities needs to be done with the business analysis initiative, but acceptance of the business case means that this is the first step and the start of the project charter, the first document that produced by the project activities. Is official formal document that authorizes the existing of the project and gives the project manager and the authority to begin. This is the moment the project truly starts. And what makes the business case compile enough for approval? It is the analysis that it contains. So we analyze the current state, and from the findings, we shape out the future state, and including with all this type of analysis, we have a cost-benefit analysis. And this is one of the most important analysis that we need to pay attention. This analysis clearly defines how the investment, the cost of the project, is justified by expected financial and strategic benefits. Business case, as we said, it's a justification. It is a proof that the project is strategically sound, financially viable through the cost-benefit analysis, and really to move from strategy whiteboard to active execution. So this is an important step. This a lot of efforts will be done here by the business analysis team. Sure, it should be in collaboration with the project manager as a stakeholder, because he or she inputs are really important to design the solution in a way that it would be really visible and it really end up with creating the value. Next, please. Okay, here are some measurements methods that we use, because we cannot just promise value. We say that it's just we are going to provide and create value and everything, but we have to prove it using financial analysis and using all tools and for this analysis. The justification for your project investment relies on clear benefit measurement methods. We use professional techniques to quantify the return on this investment. For example, estimating the payback period. How quickly will the project pay for itself? And assessing opportunity cost. What value are we giving up by not doing another project? If we have maybe, for example, 2 or 3 option of solution came out from our business analysis work. So we need to select, sometimes organizations need to select one of these options. They cannot afford to go further with 2 or 3 or more options. So if you select one option, this is mean that you need to know the opportunity cost of the other projects that you didn't select. Okay. And most crucially, we apply the financial concept on the time value of money to ensure we are comparing current costs to future returns accurately. This includes calculations like present value and future value. And by the way, this is a mathematical analysis. And also we do the net present value, internal rate of return, and return on investment. This method transforms an idea into justifiable financial commitment. Yeah. This is the language really of leadership, and they are essentially for getting your project charter approved. So if we do this exercise in a very clear way, so the top management and the sponsors can see all the image very clear, and they can be trust, or they have a trust on that if they invest our project or put investment on our project, they will end up with the values they are seeking for. The exercise is done by financial analysts. It is not done by us. The good news is not done by us during the business analysis work. And we as a project manager normally receive the result as a guidelines of our project. It's a very deep analysis, and it needs really people who are specialized in. This is really for us the good news. That's financial analyst is responsible for executing this complex calculation, by the way, and the overall cost benefits during the business analysis phase. And we as the project manager typically receive the final results, but you need to understand these results. You need to understand how you are going to use this result in your project and how you are going to align it with your budget and the project, especially the budget and even the resources that you are going to have. These results are packaged as official guidelines, and sometimes it works as a constraint, by the way, that directly inform our project planning or impact our project planning and execution. So we need really to put some efforts to understand how this analysis is done and how we are going to benefit from it. Next, please. Okay, this is how we can delivering business values. Important part is to know that delivering business value is not a single event. It will not just happen at the strategic level. It will not just happen at the business analysis, or you as a project manager, you are not only responsible about it. It's a structured organizational journey. Requires a seamless collaboration of these functions. First, the business analysis, and those we can say, or we can call them the solution creator. This is where the solution is created. And without proper business analysis, you risk building the wrong thing entirely. Because we, as a project manager, we are going to build this solution. We are going to construct it. We are going to produce it and to deliver it for organization. So if the business analysts do the wrong thing, will end up with a mess. We will end up not creating our value. This phase ensure a solution is really valuable, and they have to do their job in a better way. And the second is the project management, and here where we deliver the vehicle. Project management is a delivery vehicle, we can say. Our job is to take that well-defined solution and provides a mechanism to build and implement it efficiently. We are responsible for staying on time, on budget, and on scope, but at the end of the day, to deliver output as it described by the business analysis team. And we are not directly responsible for that if this output is delivering the value, but we have to put all the efforts we can do to ensure this, especially if we are technically specialized in the feature and specification of the solution. And the last pillar of the collaboration is operation management. And here we can realize the value. And the final step where the value is realized. Once the project output is integrated into the company daily operations takes over and they ensure the new solution achieves sustained benefits and or the profit and the customer, for example, the customer also satisfaction and efficient gains that were promised. Business analysts promised that this solution would deliver value. And we as a project manager promised to put all efforts to deliver this solution that is going to deliver the value. Then the operation will get the result by their daily operations. And the operation people, by their reports and their daily outputs, they are going to show us that if the promises that we said before and all the work that we did before is really providing the company with value. Okay, in short, we can say that analysis create the right solution, project management build it right, and operation realize the planned value. Next, please. Okay, to tie everything together, strategy analysis, project, and operation, we need to view it as a continuous loop and a cycle. The organization context and the value cycle. Okay, value it's delivered once, as we said, it's managed, produced, and gain. But the cycle operates in this major phase that include portfolio management, where initiatives are created, and the value development, where the work of project managers, business analysts, and solution are produced and constructed, and the value production here, where the operation people realize or that we can realize the benefits of work. So once the solution it's built, it moves into operation management, as we said, and the work is integrated into a daily running of the business, and then we can finally realize the value. And this is a life cycle of value. You can say we need to see it like need to see the integration between all these roles and how we can play it together and all of us focus on the value. This is how the organization ensure continuous improvement and sustainable growth. Next, please. Here we can say that we already clear the journey of the pre-activity. So it is a pre-project activity, and its importance to the creation of the value for the organization. And you, as a project manager, it's very crucial for you to understand what's happening for you and to get these outputs as documents and to use it as inputs for your projects to guide in your project and to control your work in the future. So let us now talk about, we have about 2 case studies that will quickly let us walk through a real world example of the process. The first scenario is customer services revolution. Imagine this is a company of XY crop, and which follow a major strategy sessions that set new goal, become the market leader in customer services. But how do you do this, or how they tend to do this? The task of bridging that gap fell to the business analysis team led by senior analyst named Maria. Maria knew she couldn't just start a random project. She had to find the root causes of the services gap. She began by analyzing the current state, conducting surveys and focus group, and quickly uncover the key pain point. Customers were frustrated with long hold time and confusing phone trick. That a single insight become the foundation for entire solution. Maria then defined the future state. You said they listed requirement for essential project and automated customer feedback system and the new employee training program. This modeled the solution, conducting a visibility study and confirmed that this was practically and viable investment. The final step was the most crucial, creating and compiling a business case. This is the important step that we agreed upon. This is a formal document that we say justified significant investment in technology and training by clearly showing how it would directly support the strategic goal. The business case proved this worth by projecting a clear return on investment or then internal rate of return, predicting that the new system would lead to faster resolution time and significantly higher customer satisfaction score. With that justification approved, the investment was greenlit and the team moved on to create the project charter. This is a perfect example for how business analysis ensure you build the right thing, which then allows the project management to build a thing in your company. Next, please. Yes, this is a question that you just answer it in the chat. Take a moment, think about why was the customer services enhancement project initiated and what would have been the risk of starting the project without the pre-project analysis. Please write your answer in the text area as a message. It saves the time because we're getting out of time. Okay. And then we can get back to your answers. Okay, next, please. Let us look at another case in manufacturing. For years, is it companies, factories struggling with outdated processes, leading to costly inefficiency and production bottleneck. The new organizational strategy clearly mandated maximum efficiency and pursue business improvement. This is what they are looking to achieve. Our business analyst was assigned to translate that mandate. She didn't just ask for reports. She spent a week on the factory floor, interviewing managers, observing workflows, and analyzing raw data. This deep dive allowed her to precisely define the problem and illustrate requirements for a major automated production system. Crucially, she then conducted visibility study and impact analysis. All of this work done in a detailed business case or end up with a detailed business case that formally justified the investment. The document didn't just talk about efficiency, it justified the investment and it proved it using financial metrics that the net present value and return on investment to show the clear quantifiable value of the project. This business case was approved and the project launched. The key takeaway here is the full cycle. The project built the solution, but It's not just a solution, sorry, but it's a true value. True value to reduce waste and increase the outputs. And this will be realized after the new system is fully integrated into the company daily operation. So this is the second scenario. Also talk about the importance of the pre-project work and how they can investigate the current state of the company, how to get the real root causes of the problem and turn it into actionable solution that will really help to solve the problem, to gain a future state of successful and a value realization for the organization. Next, please. Also next. And here also we have questions about this scenario. Let's take a moment and think about what role did the business analysis play in ensuring project with success, and how does this relate to concept of delivering business value. Also, please write your answer in the text area as a message, and we will get back to you. Next, please. Yes, and also this is a question: how does the approved business case for this project leads to next phase? The next phase, and why this is a critical transition? Sure, next phase is our project, as we said. Okay, next, please. Okay, this is the next step. After we approved our business case, as we say, it's a trigger for starting the project. And the first process for starting the project is to develop the develop the project charter. The project charter is the document that give authorization for starting the project and give authorization for the project manager to manage the project and to use the resources in order to success his or her project. And we have a lot of templates that can be used, but this template is from an European Union. It's developed by the European Union. By the way, it's free. You can access it. If you scan this QR code, you can access a lot of free documents. It's free to use. And you can also benefit from all these templates in your project journey. Next, please. Okay, this is our end. What you have learned from what we say. But before we answer this, let us check the chat and see what we have. Okay, this is Frank. Automated customer feedback from including the whole follow-up process loop of implementing the feedback in the organization after each still could have prevented running this project. Okay. Whole follow-up process loop implementing. Okay. This is good. This is good. Notice, Frank. Thank you. Thank you for your contribution. And now we reach the end of our presentation. So what we have learned, next, please. Okay. The key learning is at two levels, at the organization level and at the project level. We focus on the organization level because we are talking about pre activities before the project start, what's happening in the organization, and what the activities we need to do before. And if the other team in the organization do this effort, so as a project manager, we need to understand what's really happening and the output of these processes as guidelines or as inputs for our work. So at organizational strategy, we have a strategic plan that provide a roadmap for achieving long-term goals and a common vision and agreed on value that we need to produce out from our project. And at the business analysis level, analysis is a crucial first step that ensures solution directly contributes to the intended business value. And what is the most important output of the business analysis process and work is a business case. It's justification of our investment in a project and why that the company should put all the efforts, resources, and financial resources in the project, because they believe that analysis done in the business case will end up that they will realize their value and their strategic goals. At the project level, we are delivering value also. We are delivering value, and we are people that who are creating the solution and the reality. It's a three-stage process. It is not about just us. It's analysis, created a valuable solution at the business analysis stage, and it's the production of or delivering of these products and outputs at the project management when it implemented efficiently, and at the operation management we realize the benefit of all these efforts. Next, please. Okay, this is the slides about agile use case, and this is will be discussed in detail in another webinars, but we can just see that if in the project we have two main approach that we need to decide before we start our projects, that we are going to use agile approach or adaptive approach, or are we going to use a predictive approach or waterfall approach. This is defined by the clarity of scope of our work and the tendency to have a change in the scope of the product and scope of the project, both level. So this is some steps that we use when we use agile use case. As I said, that this will be discussed in detail in our coming webinars. Next, please. And this is a predictive use case. As I said, if you have a clear scope and you can predict what you are going to do, so you can have step-by-step plans that include the maximum details of your future action, including execution and monitoring and controlling, and even the closing of the project. Using predictive use case, using these steps in front of you will really help you as a project manager to gain the success of your project. Next, please. Okay, that brings us to the end of our session. And thank you for spending this valuable time with us on bridging from strategy, the pre-project journey. I hope you walk away with a clear understanding that project success start long before the project charter is signed. I hope you found the insights and case studies valuable. If you have any remaining questions, or if you would like to discuss how these principles can be applied on your specific organization, please do not hesitate to reach out. And now the floor is for you. If you have any questions or comments that you would like to add. Okay, please feel free to contact with us directly if you have specific implementation challenges you would like to review. And do not forget to mark your calendar with our next session, Orchestrate the Action, coming up in November. Thank you again and have a nice day. Thank you very much.